bit of the joy of gardening and the joy of springtime with you. So
I'm
I
so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me, Louise. And then tomorrow we have the opposite. I'm going to show you some Japanese gardens tomorrow, same
oh,
time, right?
that's going to be. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to arrive in Japan again. So I've been a little bit naughty today, and I have tagged Haps Fall because hey, not everybody is fall. We are spring in New Zealand, so we're springing forward, the joy of springtime. So welcome, welcome, Joy. I'm so happy to have you here in Auckland, and it's really fantastic to have you. Oh, Molly, fabulous! You're joining us both here. I've got Joy up in the corner, and Joy's actually a director, so you can do whatever you like with the screen, which is amazing.
Awesome.
So I'm just
Where are you today? What's the name of the place?
I'm going to turn. Here we go. I'm down at Wynyard Quarter, so I'm very near the water, and very near the water. Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, you're working. What are
Yep.
you? What are you up to?
Working in the...
Oh, I thought you were going to get into the gardening. Not no gardening today.
Not today, no.
Okay, I'm down at Wynyard Quarter where all these amazing apartments have been built. So you can
They
see
look
them.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they sort of use the stack effect here. So it's like one building put on top of another. Very
Yeah.
modern, but they've repurposed a lot of the older buildings around here. I think you'd love it here, Joy, because electric buses.
Awesome.
You've been here.
Wow. Look at
You,
that.
yeah, you've been here with me before. Michael, awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, going to have a great weekend. I'm going to be in Japan tomorrow with Joy at exactly the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna get some fall colors at the garden, traditional
Oh,
gardens
oh,
tomorrow.
Karen,
But
awesome. Nice to see.
you've got some great spring weather there in
We
New Zealand.
have.
You're the
Well, these.
opposite, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's springtime, so everything's springing forward. It is the joy of springtime. Um, and Joy, you've been here with me in this area before when we did the sustainable coastlines.
Yeah, I
So
remember. What
very,
a
very,
special area. I
yeah. So
have to
it's
visit in person.
yeah, you
But this is
do.
awesome. I can visit virtually. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the community gardens here, which are looking really great at the moment. There are lots of flowers, lots of growth, and then I'm going to take you over to the linear park, and we're going to have a look at the lovely artwork there on the tank, and have a look at some of the green and the not water gardens, the rain gardens that are there. So they are looking a little bit neglected, I think, because with COVID, people haven't been able to come down here probably and tend to them as they would. What have we got? Broad beans.
Looks
Broad
like a bit
beans.
of greens, like salads and
Yes,
lettuces.
yeah,
And
we've
then,
got
oh, the beans look
salads.
good.
Yeah, broad beans. Look, aren't they gorgeous the way the flowers are?
I like the black and white flower.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
just fantastic. So, yeah, they're really, really lovely. Look, they're a little bit like snapdragons.
Mm-hmm. And
This one.
all the gardens are in raised beds like
Yeah,
that?
they are. They're all built up. Yeah.
Nice.
So this system's been going here for a few years. I'd say probably about 4 years here. And what have we got growing in here? We've got kale. I'm
You
not sure whether it's
need your
supposed.
kale,
Yeah,
curly
Dee,
kale.
fantastic. Yeah, curly. I love kale, and I just roast it. I just
Yeah,
do it in
I
the
like
oven.
kale.
Yeah, I do it in the oven. Mirren, fantastic. Thank you so much. I do it in the oven with just some olive oil and chia seeds and garlic. Rub that all
Nice.
over and then just give it a really good hot 10 minutes or so to make it crispy. And that's
Yeah,
how and you can use it as a topping or a vegetable or all sorts.
definitely.
Rita, fantastic. Hey, you guys are awesome. Look at this. We've got lots of nice awards coming in here, Joy.
Awesome.
The joy of awards, the joy of spring. Um, so the community gardens here. So for local people who love to garden, when they first started them, they were actually, it was an educational thing where they were teaching people how to garden. So now it's a little bit different now. They still have workshops here, but you can put your name, it's free. You can put your name on a waiting list because they're quite busy, and you'll get a little plot when your turn comes up, you'll get a little plot about this size that you can do whatever you like with.
I love that. And
Yeah.
can you read is it the local indigenous language, the
Oh
Maori
yeah,
language
the
at the top?
Maori, yeah. No mai ki te mara. So this is welcome to the garden. Oh yes, welcome to Daldy Street Community Gardens. Hapori o te tiriti o Daldy. So yeah, so it's for, yeah, tiriti is like the treaty. O Daldy means of where we are. So hapori o te tiriti o Daldy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
community
noticed
garden.
when I visited Canada, all the labels were bilingual, French and English. Do they do labels as well sometimes with Maori and
Yep,
English?
yep. If you go to the supermarket, I mean, not on products or some products, but if you go to the supermarket, all the different sections at the supermarket are all in English and Maori. Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
and there's a big drive now. It's become New Zealand. We're finally finding our feet as far as who we are goes. Dee, awesome. Dee, I should be sending you something healthy from here. Yeah, so we're finding our feet as far as who we are and what we are go, which is really amazing.
Hey,
Oh, Rita,
Rita,
yeah.
Louise, and JJ. That's really nice.
Oh, thanks so
So
much. Yes,
nice to see you guys. It's you got such a great group joining you today, Louise.
yeah. Well, and yeah, I think you and I are a really good combo. We've got the same sort of energy. We love sharing and we love welcoming people. You know, it's great. I think it's really good. So I'm so happy. I haven't had a guest for a long time, so I'm so happy that you are here, Joy.
It's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. So
Do
how the
they,
gar?
can I ask you another question about
Yeah,
Maori and
yeah.
indigenous cultures? Is there any way, since we're looking at gardens, is there anywhere in your area where they're trying to grow in the traditional techniques?
Oh, there are. Yes, there
Yeah,
are.
cool.
Yep, there are. Um, I'm not sure about just around this area, but yeah, there are. There are gardens planted using the old methods of the raised mounds
Uh-huh.
to warm the earth, and so yeah, it's popular, and
Awesome.
especially yeah. So sometime I can, like if I'm close to an area like that, I can share that sort of thing as well.
Yeah, because when I go back to Hawaii, I usually try to volunteer at a local Hawaiian like traditional
Okay.
farm. And
Yes,
they're also
yeah.
trying to bring back the fish farms. So
Uh
the
huh.
spring water comes down to the fish farm, goes through the agriculture farms, and then out to the sea.
Uh
And
huh.
it
Yes.
all works so nicely together. There's so much
Yes.
indigenous knowledge, right?
Exactly. And in fact, these gardens were initially prepared and started by Ngāti Whātua, the local Maori tribe here in Auckland. And
Awesome.
they were teaching their people how to garden, and how to not only how to garden, but how to provide for yourself, which is so important these days. So that was how the initiative actually started, and it was much smaller than this at that time as well. Um, Molly's had too much for breakfast.
Yeah, what do you usually eat for breakfast, Louise, since everybody's talking about it?
Okay, so Monday to Friday I eat exactly the same thing. So I have first of all I have a glass of warm water with lemon juice, three drops of iodine in it, and zinc and magnesium. So that's how I start my day. And then I move on to breakfast, which of course is coffee, and oats and blueberries and a kiwi fruit. So it's sort of
Nice.
like probably, it's not too big. And then I have a piece of toast. The toast I have is paleo. It's just made with seeds, and it's really delicious. And I have some butter and some Vegemite on that. So if you don't know what Vegemite is, it's sort of a spread, a very salty spread. Actually, my kids really miss their Vegemite or Marmite, both of the same thing. They really miss it in Japan. So they put miso paste on their soup. Not
Oh
on their
my
soup, sorry.
gosh, that
Miso
is
paste on their
wild.
on their toast.
I've never heard of that, but that
haven't.
makes a lot of sense. And miso is similar in some ways to Marmite or Vegemite. It has that same kind of salty, rich,
Exactly. Yeah,
savory flavor, right? But it's also
and
healthy.
and it's a paste. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's really good, and you're getting all your extra vitamins. So yeah, so
Wow.
the
Oh,
bread I
wild.
have, the bread is just a small piece as well. It's not a big breakfast. I never feel, but weekends I do splash out on something a bit more naughty, maybe bacon and eggs or avocado on toast, maybe. Not that's naughty, but it's delicious.
I saw
um,
some pollen. Oh, there's some bees and
yeah,
pollinators there.
there's
Nice.
lots of bees around at the moment. So how this garden works is each person has a plot. We'll see if here's a name over here. Um, and it says here, this garden bed is looked after by Gavin and Megan. So it's up to them whatever they grow. This one is Rachel and Dan. And they have a red post, which means do not touch. So this is their own private area here. So you wouldn't take from here. This one's looked after by Richard. He's built some.
What,
Whoa, he's
what
built
do
some
you
good
mean?
things.
So if there's no red post, then you can touch it and take it?
It says if there's a green post, you can take from it, but they will only want you to
Oh,
take a
wow.
little bit. Look at the borage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't see any green posts, but I see a lot with no post at all. So I'm not sure. What does this say here? Please
Yeah,
leave my.
Molly, me too. I don't do Vegemite. I don't do miso on my toast. I do peanut butter. Peanut
Uh-huh.
butter on toast. That's my go-to. And sometimes peanut butter and banana on toast is nice.
Oh, peanut butter and banana is a great combo. So here we have. Oh, there's a lady watering her garden. Let's have a chat to her.
Oh, there's some beautiful flowers.
Yeah, yeah. So this one says, please leave my. Oh, she's got a red post. Please leave my garden alone. I'm working hard to grow this garden for my family. If you want a garden like this, and then she's got the contact details. So,
Oh, nice.
which is awesome. Let's go. I'll see if this lady might tell
So
us a
if
little
people
bit.
do want to have their own plot, do they register like with the local council?
Yes, and there's a just with there's a community sort of like office running it. So you just register with them and go onto the waiting list.
Nice.
So yeah, so look at all the lavender.
Beautiful.
Whoa.
Oh, I know a lot of people who just keep lavender everywhere to keep mosquitoes away. I don't know if that works, but I love the fragrance.
I'm just going to have a little. We'll just see. Oh look! Look at all the flies on here.
What is that?
They're
Oh, that's it.
flies.
Oh, wow.
I wonder what this plant is.
It
It's
looks like it might be a vegetable, like the flowers before a
Ah,
vegetable.
it's angelica, isn't it?
Oh,
So they obviously like she's gone, but when she comes back, we're going to ask her about her garden. So
nice.
because I think
Do they ever have awards like who has the best
she could be
little
Fran.
garden?
I'm not sure. We can find that out. We can find that out. But it's really look, sweet peas.
Oh, lovely.
Really gorgeous.
Oh, I love the sweet pea flowers. Aren't they
Yes,
lovely?
yeah, they're really gorgeous. When I was walking here, I saw rosemary. Lots of people have nice herbs. Oh, there's a rose. Let's have a look down here. Oh, Fran, she's gone. She just came to water here. Oh, we missed.
Molly says rubbing lemon thyme on yourself keeps the mosquitoes off too.
Oh, truly.
And
Wow.
and you smell nice too. I love the lemon thyme. It's a beautiful smell.
Yeah, thyme is great. Anyway, look at the gorgeous cornflowers. I love cornflowers. Look at them. They're
Oh, wow. What
they're
a vivid purple color.
yeah, it's really gorgeous. Look at that. Really beautiful. And cosmos.
I love cosmos. We have a lot of cosmos in Japan right now.
Yeah. Is it okay? Yeah. You have fields and fields of it, don't you?
Oh,
Dahlias.
yeah.
Yeah, and a
Lots and
beautiful.
lots.
There's going to be a nice rose blooming here as well, very shortly. And of course, roses keep the aphids away.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's nice to know.
So yeah, that's why they plant roses at the end of in the vineyards at the end of the rows of grapevines.
Oh,
So
that's
they plant,
clever.
yeah, they plant the roses there to stop them attacking the grapes. Got
Molly says snap peas also make beautiful flowers. That's true.
So this looks like it might be a pea here.
That looks like it might be snap peas.
Okay, cool.
So,
Nice.
Louise, are all of your buses electric? I hear the humming of the electric
Yeah.
bus going by again.
Yeah, no, another one just went by. No, they're not all electric, but we've got a big drive for electric buses here, and some of them have actually been made in New Zealand, designed and made here, which is
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
I'm really
So,
hoping to see electric buses more in Japan. We don't have any yet. We have
oh,
some
truly.
hybrids, but not all electrics.
Okay, yeah. So it'll come. You've got the technology there. Look at this gorgeous little. This is all herbs in here, all salad. Look,
Oh, they look good.
chives, yeah, fennel. Wow.
And that's what the farmers say and the avid gardeners. Having those raised beds is a way to keep pests a little bit at bay.
Ah, yes, and I suppose it stops the plants getting wet feet as well.
Yeah.
So we do have a guardian here. So this is the guardian, a carved guardian, a post here, looking after everything, making sure that everything is going to grow well.
Oh, beautiful. Good
Rita,
work. Look at
yeah,
that.
I can walk to downtown from here. I'm about yeah, 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, not too far at all. Yeah, this is gorgeous, all beautifully carved. Look.
Molly says Pittsburgh has electric buses. That's cool.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
really cool.
Rita was saying, how far are you from downtown? And you were saying 15 minutes? That's really
Yes,
close.
yeah. So I'm not too far, and I've walked down from home. So there's a bus going behind that's not electric. Whee! That's not an electric one.
Yeah.
These are the bus
Good,
stops.
good point from Molly that the raised beds are also easier for people with disabilities. So people
Absolutely,
in a
yes.
wheelchair or something. That's a
Yeah,
really good point, isn't it?
yes. That's really
Also,
good. Yes,
like you have all these gardens just put on like a gravel parking lot. So it's a
yes.
lot easier to create a garden when you don't have to change all of the dirt, right? You
That
just put
that's yeah.
these gardens on top.
Yeah, that's right. So this is the teaching garden.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, which is pretty cool. So at my house, I have a balcony and I just have a few plants on my balcony. But I would love to have something like this. So
This is great.
I don't know how much time I'd have to come down and fix it up. Though, Rita, thank you so much. I don't know how much time I'd come to fix it all up though. Ah, look, freesias. Would you get these in Japan, Joy? Freesia?
They're so pretty. I see so many beautiful flowers here, and I'm afraid I do not know the names,
No,
but
yeah.
maybe you can tell me some names of flowers I see tomorrow.
Okay, cool. I don't know because I don't really know either.
Or maybe the audience. Everybody shout it out tomorrow.
Yes,
'Cause I don't know
yeah.
the names.
Yeah. So
Is
this
that
is
an olive tree? That's
no,
gorgeous.
it's not an olive, but it's a New Zealand coastal plant. These grow around the coast. Yeah,
Nice.
and they're pretty cool. It looks a little bit like a feijoa, but I don't think it is. But
Oh.
it looks a little. Oh, look at this tulips! Wow. And look at
Molly
these-
has a question. Does the city provide compost for the raised beds?
I don't know. So
Good question. Do you guys
yeah,
do compost like
we
in
do.
that
We,
area?
question answered.
There we go.
This looks like that's what this is here. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like what it is. This will be compost, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Oh, I can't open it. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it looks like a
here we go.
nice gardening place, but cloudy, Rita says.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
So this is all compost along here, and we've got the tickets from the old tram. A bit of artwork here. So because here, this is the shed where the old antique trams are. That they just sort of trundle around here as just as a little bit of a tourist attraction, a little bit of fun for the kids.
That's a good idea.
trams.
We have that. We have old trams in Hiroshima.
Uh-huh.
because we've had them since wartime in Hiroshima, and so we do have like a little tram museum and depot and
Ah,
stuff, and we
yeah.
have some of the retro trams next to the new trams. I think there's a lot of people who love the train, right?
Yeah,
And go out and
yeah.
do train spotting and stuff.
The clickety clack of it. I think
Yeah.
I've caught them in Kumamoto, but I'm not sure I've caught them in Hiroshima or not before. So,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's a
have been
big
on the
feature
trams there. Yeah, the
feature of the
Kumamoto has.
city. So
Yeah.
do you still have trams around your area?
No, we don't. But we would like to have them bring them back. Some sort of light rail would work.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of tram system. But no, it was all. They went many years ago. They used to go all over the city.
Right,
And
yeah.
then they introduced all the buses, all the diesel buses,
Right, yeah. Now they're
look
going
at,
to electric, which is better.
which is
But like
good.
San
Yeah.
Francisco uses the trams as a real tourist attraction. Locals
Uh,
use it, but the
yes.
tourists
Yeah.
love to take pictures and use it to get around the city,
That's
right?
right. On that tram is just really gorgeous. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what this is, but it's really lovely. Purple again.
Pretty. I love the
Yeah.
purple
Yeah, the
variations.
purple's gorgeous. And then we've got, where else? We've got lots of, oh look, it looks like nasturtiums. Look at the cute little leaf there.
Oh
This one,
yeah.
and this one's growing some celery and rhubarb.
I love rhubarb.
Me too, rhubarb.
Yeah.
Yes, rhubarb. And we've got
How do you cook rhubarb? Because I love making rhubarb crumble. Look at that lizard.
yes, yeah, he looks gorgeous, doesn't he? He's like a little guardian here.
Yeah.
So I'm not very good with rhubarb. I know the leaves are poisonous,
Are
and you
they?
only yeah, and you
I didn't
only
know that.
eat the stalk. But I'm not very.
Right.
I
Yeah.
have to admit, I've never ever cooked it, but I do love it. Here's another of the electric buses. I do love it when
Oh
it's
yeah.
like in a tart, and when it's quite small like that. I think you can just bake it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I put it in crumble or
Uh huh.
pies. But the beautiful organic farmer that I order it from in Japan now,
Uh huh.
she says her kids just love it if they just cut it up and dip it in sugar and eat it
Oh,
raw.
okay. Oh, truly?
Yeah,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah,
Look at
pretty
this. This is
wild.
some sort of sage. Look at it.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's gorgeous. Really lovely. So yeah, people are.
I discovered a Shinseki Asian pear tree in the back alley yesterday. Pulled the weed away from it. The fruit is amazing. Wow.
Wow.
Is that a nashi pear, I wonder? I've never heard of Shinseki Asian pear. But we have nashi pear season right now. Nashi pear is like a Western pear and an apple kind of combination.
Uh huh.
And it's just a gorgeous fruit. And it's in season right now. So maybe that's what it is, Molly.
Yeah, it could be a nashi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice. There's a few birds down around here as well, picking up a few seeds. A little one just flew in here. There he is. Hello, birdie. Okay.
Hey,
So,
cute.
so they've got a big water tank here as well. So they're collecting rainwater. So this is where they're
Excellent.
yeah for watering their gardens, which is really cool.
It
And
just seems
this,
like a no-brainer. I don't see why we don't have more water catchment everywhere.
hey, I know every one of these buildings should have, and maybe they do. I'm not sure, but you'd think that every building would have water tanks on top of it, because all that rainwater just runs off and goes
Back to
everywhere.
the ocean.
Yeah, it
Or
doesn't
or causes or floods because it clogs the drains. So if
exactly.
everybody catches it around their gardens, then uses it on the garden, that's perfect.
Yeah. So Rita, there is Sky Tower just through there. So I'm probably 15 minutes from Sky Tower. So Joy, I think we're going to leave the garden, and I'm going to take you
Okay.
over to the linear park and have a look at some of these rain gardens here.
Sounds good.
So you can see them just down here. So linear park, obviously, it's a long, narrow park. And it runs from the big tree at the end there. It runs all the way down,
Oh, look at
all the
your
way.
tram lines there. So I can
Yeah,
see
So
Tram
this,
lines.
yeah. So this is where the old trams used to go, and now yeah, now they these recycled trams. So yeah. So there we go, and the linear garden goes all the way down to the other end there. University of Google, you cannot beat it. Okay, let's go over.
And everyone is so impressed with you, Molly, how you knew what it was and you ate it. I am too scared to just see things and try eating it. I'm too scared of poisoning myself. But
No,
good for
but
you knowing what it was.
but yeah, but you know, if something's strange, never just put it in your mouth and eat it. Don't put it on your tongue. Put it between your teeth and your bottom lip. So
Okay.
you're not actually ingesting it, but you will get the feeling from it there. So this is sort of like a bit of New Zealand bush lore for you. So you'll know if it starts to tingle that you don't go any further with it. So
Good idea.
so don't actually put it in your mouth. Just put it between your bottom teeth and your bottom lip.
Very clever.
That's how that works. Because a lot of our seeds and berries in New Zealand are poisonous at some time during their ripening. So, and then they're edible after that. So, it's something that you need to know if you get lost in the bush here, what you can eat and what you
Definitely.
can't eat.
I did I've never been to New Zealand yet, besides these wonderful virtual walks with you, Louise.
Yes.
But I did a bush food walking tour in Australia, and that was really interesting. And they
Yes.
showed us which plants you could eat, which berries you could eat. And I just think that's fascinating.
Exactly, and what you can use for medicine and
Exactly.
all those
Yeah.
sort of things, because a lot of these leaves and the bark. So here, the bark from some trees was used to make casts for broken bones. So
Wow.
so the bark would be stripped off the tree and soaked in the river water until it became pliable, and then wrapped around the broken leg or arm, and once it dried, it was like concrete hard. It was just like putting a cast on.
Wild. And I
Yeah.
bet a lot of the grasses and leaves of like the tea leaf and stuff were used to wrap food or to make baskets, other purposes too,
Yeah,
right?
for baskets mostly. Yeah, so these are all our native New Zealand grasses on the cobbles. These are all our native New Zealand grasses. These are not edible. Animals can't eat them. They're too sharp and they don't have any nourishment in them, and they cannot digest them. So when European people came to New Zealand and brought animals with them, they brought this grass over here with them. So, which is really, really interesting. So all of this grass was imported. The seed was imported at the same time as the animals, the horses and the sheep and the cows that need to cut the grass. This grass looks like it has just been cut recently. But this grass over here, yeah, so that was all imported, which is really interesting. So
But
because
the native grass is the long grass, is that right?
this is the native grass here, and this is how it just covered
Nice.
the whole of New Zealand was looking like this.
And bringing it back.
Yeah,
Molly says during the Great Depression, many Pittsburghers planted fruit trees in alleys to feed hungry people. That's amazing. I love that story.
that's fantastic. That's good. You know, that's providing for a community, and that's what we
Yeah,
need to do more of these days.
absolutely.
Yeah, providing.
And
You know,
we have
looking
another
after each other.
Joy. Joy George. I'm Joy too. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Joy.
You
Welcome. Kia
can
ora.
never
And you know,
have too much joy.
exactly. We're having sort of like the joy of a spring day, because we've had beautiful blue skies. Now we've got a bit of cloud come over. This is typical spring in New Zealand. It gets pretty changeable. So the linear garden, let's just go for a walk down here a little bit. And then I'm going to turn around. So we've got to be careful here. Look at this. Can you see the bicycle? Oh, Joy, nice to see you. Joy Gouge. Awesome. Oh, it's disappeared.
Yeah, Dina is asking, so what did the lambs eat before the grass was brought over? So probably
They
the
weren't here.
Europeans
Yeah, they
brought the
weren't.
grass and the lambs together, no?
Yeah, yes, there were no. We only had birds and fish in New Zealand. We didn't have any other mammal. Well, we had a small bat, so
Oh,
that was the only mammal. So all of
I
these
can
animals.
hear the diesel bus. That was
Yeah,
loud.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, it just went by. So this is what we use for. This is harakeke. This is what we use for weaving and making baskets.
Nice.
This one here. And look, the flowers are just getting ready to come out as well. Yeah, so Dee, it was all, this is what New Zealand looked like, just like this.
Yeah.
There
It's
was,
awesome. So
it was,
similar to Hawaii when I visit.
yeah,
And I go
yeah,
around with a friend of mine who knows so much about the indigenous plants. And I always say, oh, isn't that plant beautiful?
yeah,
And she'll
yeah.
say, oh, no, that was an invasive one. It's really hard to find native species. So
Uh-huh,
it's so
yes,
great to see this section where they're bringing back only the native plants, right?
exactly, exactly. And look, here's the pahutakawa. This is the Christmas tree. This will be flowering, usually in December they start to flower, sometimes a
Nice.
little bit earlier.
Does it have a
So,
fragrance?
no, it doesn't. Well, bees love it, so probably something's attracting the bees to it. Purakawa honey is lovely because it's got that slightly salty flavour. Here's
Mm.
some old flowers because they grow near the seaside, so that's dead. But the flowers are just absolutely beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
we saw some pollinators. So your honey
gardens,
from
Jessie.
each
Yeah,
area would be kind of flavored by what's available around, right?
exactly, exactly. And so that's why with Manuka. Oh
Skateboarder!
no! You
Oh
won't get.
no! Is he all right? Fell down.
He's okay. He's okay. Yeah, yeah. The honey. It's my favourite honey, pahutakawa. There's another quiet bus going by. But of course, these are called rain gardens because they filter the not only the rainwater but the wastewater as well before it goes out to the sea. So it's a new thing here in Auckland. They're planting them all over the city. So it's really amazing. So look, you can see the shape of the linear garden here. It's sort of they've created little mounds, and there's some information boards along the outside here. The grass has recently been cut. It's been so lovely with no grass being cut, and there's just been daisies everywhere. It's just been
Oh,
beautiful. Mm.
awesome. That's sometimes a shame when they cut the grass and you
Yes,
lose all the clovers and the little ones, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And it's so important for the birds to have that sort of thing. There we go. So we're in Doldy Street, and as the centre grows, becomes more populated, spaces and walkways increase, hotter, wetter climate will require more parks and greener streets, and eventually the linear park will link to the open space on Wynyard Point. There we go. And so this is a good example. We've got it in English and in Maori.
So nice.
So
I
there's a
love that.
little map here of the area as well, and we've got the history. So a lot of this area was, what we're walking on was all reclaimed. So the original line was here, so you can see how much of the land was reclaimed.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so just
all of that rain catchment and gardens, which filters the water before it goes out to sea, it's all so clever.
yes, I know, it's amazing. It's really good, and it's keeping the harbour clean and the fish happy as well. So it's good.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hi, I'm good.
The skateboarders are happy to get some publicity for their
Yes,
action.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, spring. Yes, Glenn. I know you're in fall. That's why I actually tagged Haps Fall because not the whole world is in fall. Some of us, some of us are falling down.
Yeah, we
Or
can't have
falling
seasonal
into.
discrimination, right?
Exactly. This is a big bus station in here. This is where all the buses live. You can see green ones and orange ones and blue ones and two-storied ones. But I love the way they've made this park.
Yeah, it's
So-
great with the hills. Not everything is flat. It's nice.
Exactly. Dee, thank you so much. And I'll tell you, it's named after Amy Doldy, and she was a suffragette. So she did a lot for women's rights in New Zealand and women getting the vote. Of course, as you
Awesome.
know, New Zealand was the first country in the world for women to get the vote. So
Yay!
this might, whoa, here they are, here they are. The old girls.
That's fantastic. Thank you, ladies.
I've heard nothing of our women's movement for so long a time that I am wondering if the past has been all a dream and nothing more. So things were lagging a bit. So there was not so much advancement at some stage. So she wrote to, and again it's in English and in Maori. So yeah, so she was encouraging. So here we go. She lived from 1829 to 1920. That was a good age, wasn't it?
It's not bad. It's almost
91.
100 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 91, yeah.
Very good.
She was born in England. She arrived in 1860. She became a foundation member of the Auckland branch of New Zealand Women's Christian Temperance Union. That was to try and stop the men drinking so much. And she was one of the forces behind women's suffrage in Auckland. So here we go.
That's awesome. And if she was alive today, she would be so happy to see all of these wonderful gardens
Exactly,
on
and
her
to,
street.
yeah, and to be remembered like this. Yeah,
Absolutely.
91. She died. Erin, fabulous. Whoa, she was the second wife of the late Captain Doldy. Oh, so the William Doldy is a steamship here on the harbour. Yeah, so that you can, you can do a little harbour trip on it, which is really awesome. So look, you just learn something every day. I never put the two of them together. There they are.
And she was concerned about the community, which is so important for sustainability. And those
Exactly.
gardens, fantastic.
Yeah,
It's what
exactly.
you need.
And here's the
Locally grown food.
Here's the National Council of Women of New Zealand. Here they are.
Very nice. Love their costumes. Look at that.
Yeah, they look very stern. All
And
sitting
all
there
their
posing.
headdresses. We need to
Yes.
bring back more headdresses.
Yes,
Those are
yeah.
crazy. Look at those. I wore that once when I was a food server in a
Okay,
diner.
yeah.
I had like a headdress just like that, but you never see normal people wearing those anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like bonnets.
Like
yeah,
bonnets,
so- yeah,
but only in the front and then nothing. Yeah. Like a tiara, but from material.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, I need to spend a bit more time down here. This is quite interesting. There's an important difference between a suffragette and a suffragist. Suffragists.
How happy would they be to see that the leader of your country is now a woman?
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah. They were giving some statistics on today. I think only like 77% of countries around the world have actually had women leaders,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Yeah.
Japan should get inspiration from New Zealand. We're so far down the rankings for women equality and gender equality here. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I talked to a great group of women last night who are organizing a support network for women, working women in Japan. So that was wonderful to talk with them last night.
I saw part of that. I couldn't watch it all, but I saw part of it, Joy, and it was fabulous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
it was really great. You're doing some great broadcasts, raising a
thank
lot
you.
of awareness with everybody.
Thank you. You too. I love all these walks. I love learning about New Zealand culture and all the innovation and gender equality. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, women have always been really strong in New Zealand. My grandmother, brought us up to be really, really solid. There's the downtown through there, Retta, if you're still here, just through there. So there's a small supermarket at the end here, which is really great. It's a good little metro. We call these metro supermarkets. They don't have any parking. They just walk in, and you just like convenience stores, really. So everybody, let me turn the camera. I know. Oh, it's not turning. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Oh, you're
hey.
upside down.
Oh, am I? Are we okay
You were
now?
for a second. Now you're okay. Yeah.
Something wrong with my screen because my Zoom button is gone as well. Thanks, Molly. My Zoom button's gone as well. So, but thanks everybody for joining me and Joy, the joy of gardening and the joy of spring. And we're not falling down in New Zealand, we are springing forward. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so thank you so much, Joy, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And
Yeah, that'll be
Ooh.
so fun.
and we're going to visit a
Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me join you today. I enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Oh well, it was good. We got a little bit of a walk in, got a few more steps done. So they're calling it a pocket park. A pocket park, isn't it? It's lovely. I like that. Yeah.
It's really nice.
So thank you very much. Oh, Joy, fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Thanks for the awards, and we'll make it up with Joy tomorrow. So
Yeah,
come and
join us
visit
tomorrow. Same time.
Come
Different
and visit us in
place.
Japan.
Different
Yeah.
season.
Oh, Mr. Happy, thank you. The garden at the beginning was so lovely. It's just through there. So thank you so much, everybody. We'll just finish looking over there. Thank you, everybody. So kia ora and ka kite, and we'll see you in Japan tomorrow.
See you in Japan tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Louise.
Jamata ashta? Jamata
Mata
ashta?
ashitane.
Mata ashtane. Okay, thanks everybody. We might just finish with
Thanks.
the nice pukeko. Thanks a lot, Joy. Thanks a million. See you tomorrow. Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.